Welcome back to the Little Shop of Horrors. We've got our T5 out of the 86 GT that is still somewhat unnamed. How do we get there? Just a couple easy steps that went just like this. We've got our H pipe out, and we've also got the we took the dog bone off while we were under there undoing the drive shaft. So like I say, we got our H pipe out. Now we can start getting the transmission out, I suppose. Yay. Well, we've got the transmission out of the mouse machine, and ooh, nice. All right, that's a lot of good. Get a little Hansa virus going on right there. And I haven't looked up in the bell housing. I'll do that in a few minutes. We can't get it. It's like stuck. So something is messed up in the transmission, possibly. I need to clean it off a little bit, put it up on the bench, see what we got. Okay, well there you go. We just pulled the H pipe, dropped the drive shaft, fluid in it looked good. This thing has got a ton of play. I mean a ton of play. So I don't think the clutch was the problem. I think we got us a serious issue inside the transmission, which, you know, it is what it is. So we're gonna break it apart and see what we got in there. I'm not gonna bore you by showing you all the breakdown because we've done that a bunch of times. I will show you one thing though. You may remember when we bought the 86, we got another transmission in the deal, and here's how that thing ended up. Okay guys, this is a parts transmission, or a transmission we got. It's got some problems. So we're gonna pop it open real quick and just see how bad it is. Doesn't feel good at all, but we're gonna see what's broke inside, because there's something broke inside. We're gonna see what it is. Maybe we'll have one of these ones that's finally shredded. We didn't do it, we bought it like this, or got it like this. So anyway, let's go ahead and get that. Let's pop it open. Wow. Look at what we found in the tail shaft. Oh wow, that's not good. That's broken stuff. Wow, that thing's, how do people do that? I don't understand how that happens, but oh well. That's in the tail shaft. Let's get the top cover off. Holy crap. Yeah, wow. They destroyed this thing. Let's see what the damage is. Ooh, there it is, man. They got cluster 2. Man, they ate that bad boy up. Ate it up. Holy crap. It's destructed. Get the number off the cluster and maybe be able to tell what this thing is, exactly what year it is or what it was. But it you know, it doesn't matter. But you know, it's got the input still looks pretty good. I mean, it's got some, you know, there's some parts in here. Maybe the main shaft's not killed. It's got a steel bearing retainer. We have to clean all that up. But man, they killed that thing. I mean, rebuilding it's just probably a waste, because by the time you bought everything, the cluster for it. So let me run the numbers and see what it is, but that thing is destructed. Woo! Good job, whoever did that. We looked it up, and this particular transmission is an early model T5 from, you know, the 85 through 89 V8 ones, or the 94 through 98 V6. So really what this is good for now, in my opinion, is parts. because the cluster is like $114, $115 just for the cluster. Then you still got to buy a second gear. I mean, so it's just, you know, you're just money ahead. You're just money ahead, and go ahead and make it a parts transmission. So that's probably what we'll do. We'll probably just break it apart and put everything, you know, label it up so we'll know what it is, and that's what it'll be. So parts transmission, goody gumdrops. There's one other thing I'd like you guys to see. Check out, it's maybe hard to see because of shadow. Check that out. It's a 3/4 shift fork. It's getting ready to go. So anytime you got yours apart, it's a good idea to check it. Second gear typically always looks good. I've never actually had one that's been cracked. But third and fourth, woohoo, that baby's getting ready to go. So if it hadn't got a hold of second and trashed it, it was fixing to have that. So got one more piece of good news, I should say. Shaft. Sorry, I'm not watching what I'm doing. Shaft seems to be in good shape. So that's another part. That gives me an idea. We might make lemonade out of lemons, because over here we do have a T5. It's a 9495 V8 transmission, and what was wrong with it was the main shaft was trashed. So we machined it down, but hey, if I've got basically all the parts to kind of build something here, I have to think about that. I have to see if the inputs are the same tooth and all this kind of stuff. That's the cluster. I have to check into that. So we may be onto something. Have another transmission. Sweet. Okay, well, it's busted. But, you know, it might be good for parts, and we may need those parts for this transmission. Wouldn't that be something? So let me take this apart, start pulling it apart, and see where we're at, see what we got, and I'll just bring you guys over here after I've pulled it apart and see what we've got, see what kind of damage we've got, or what's going on inside this thing. Something's going on. So let me get to work. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Well, here we go, guys. What in the hell happened here? Are you kidding me? This is a stock Mustang. What are people doing to these things? Oh well, we'll try and get some more dug into it. Holy mackerel. Oh wow, they broke the hell out of that thing. What in the hell? Look at that. Damn, that's bad. All of that is very bad. Son of a gun. I don't even know how you do something like that. All right, let me just keep pulling it apart. All right, I'm not sure what we're looking at. I mean, I don't know why this thing has so much like rust on it. And that is weird. I don't even know what that is. I mean, I've never seen a main shaft that looks like that. So I'm not 100% sure what we're looking at. I know it looks like we're missing some parts here on our keys are gone. That might have been what started the whole problem. That slider looks nice, right? I don't know what happened here, to be honest with you guys. Nothing looks crazy broken. It's just weird. So let me dig around in it some more and see what I can find. All right, boys, we got us a certified hot mess. This right here, there's one of the springs. This is all what came out of that transmission. It is broke. We know that. But what are we going to do about it? Well, I think that I've got enough parts. I've got enough parts out of the broken one. I've got the the input. There's another synchronizer, washer. I think I've got enough parts. There's the sliders in better shape, I think. I think I've got enough parts to put this one back together. So, you know, we can do that, I think. The only thing that's weird is the input shaft is so weird. How that thing looks. It's kind of, I don't know, it's kind of weird the way it's put together, anyway, I don't understand how that's going to work, but anyway, so we have to do something. We may have to actually take the the whole main shaft out and just swap over a gear or two, which, whatever, but we might have enough parts between these two transmissions to make one that will function. So let me get to work. Let me try and see if I can make some lemonade out of some lemons. Speaking of that, let's have this up. Man, I feel like a Mountain Dewer now. Let's do it. I think we can. Or whatever. Let's just try it. Let's try and make something. Let's try and make a miracle. Let's use some magic. This is not magic. That's garbage. So let's try and make some magic. Okay, sounds good. All right, guys, we've been doing a little shucking and jiving on this thing. We were going to use the main shaft out of the broken. Why have I got these on? We're going to use the main shaft out of the broken transmission that we got with the car on the side. We took second gear on the car's transmission, was good. The busted transmission was destroyed. They're the same cluster and everything. So we took our good second gear off of our crap car transmission and put it on our busted main shaft and everything. And I think we've got a better setup here. And now we're going to put some, I had bought couple extra sets of billet keys. I'm going to go ahead and throw those in. I don't have a cluster support. I actually think I have one here from David. That's David's. I could just use it and buy him another one. That's same difference. I think we may have enough here to make us a one good transmission. But anyway, that's what we've done. We've got this good second gear, or better than the one that's chewed up. And we're going to put the billet keys, and then I'm going to start trying to piece it back together. I may do the cluster support. That has got a little bit of play in it, a little bit. So we may go ahead and filch that and just order David another one. He's not going to need it right anytime just this minute. So, all right, there we go. All right, we got our shaft back together, and I think we're going to go ahead and do the cluster support. David had one over here, so I'm gonna use it, and I'll order him a new one tonight. And on a side note, today I posted up part 1 of the 86, and man, a lot of you guys are that we should trash it. You know, it's too rough, it's this and that. Of course it's rough. My God, we only buy the rough ones. That's why it's $500. So, and probably worth, it wasn't worth $500, but I just can't turn down a virgin car. I just can't. So I'm sorry. So now that we're like working on the transmission, you guys are probably really flipping out. So I apologize, but we're going to get it running because we're not quitters. Or whatever, anyone can part it out. It takes a true moron to think they can get it running, and that's what we're going to do. So we're going to put a cluster support in, and we put our billet keys in already, and we're going to make lemonade out of lemons, hopefully, and tomorrow, hopefully, we'll be able to get it all put back together, or get it put in the car, I guess, or maybe finish up tonight, get it together. So anyway, let me get to work. See you guys in a few minutes. Cluster support is on. Good to go. All right, check out that rusty I know everybody's freaking out. Okay, so we got it sort of thrown back together. We've just got the input being held in with a retainer, and we've got to put the top cover on. And of course, the top cover's got a couple of issues, and we got to get that sorted out. But we're making progress. You helping, Callie? Callie, psst. Callie, psst. Are you helping? Let's get this junk put together. All right, guys, we got our transmission bolted together, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, this thing fought me tooth and nail. I mean, whew. This thing has been a pain to just get sorted through to where it, I don't know. I'm still, my confidence level is not great on it as far as the way it's going to shift and stuff. But we pieced it together out of 2 broken transmissions. So that's what we're going to do. The other thing is I used a top cover off of an old non-world class parts transmission I had laying around. So we've got a lot of hodgepodge of stuff thrown together here. Hopefully it works okay. I'm probably just creating a ton more work for myself, but that's the way it usually goes with me. I don't work smarter, I usually work harder. So anyway, we got, at least it'll shift a little bit. You see, that concerns me a little bit, the way that feels. And it's got a stock shifter on it. See, I'm not 100% in love with that. Right there, that. Man. So, hoping that it'll kind of wear itself loose, you know what I mean? You're just crossing your fingers. Hoping that it'll work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we have overdrive, and we have reverse. Also, we're not putting a shifter on it. We're going to leave the stock shifter, but we are going to use some of the Steeda shifter bushings to give it a little bit better feel than the rubber. So anyway, we did shim up the front. It's pretty good. We got a steel bearing retainer that we got off our parts transmission. So we got what we got. We'll see how it works. So I guess the next step is to try and install it in the car, or to install it in the car. Now, if I was smart, and I'm not, so you guys don't do what I'm doing, you should do it correctly, I would honestly pull the bell housing off and really take a look at the clutch and see what's going on. But I'm stupid and I'm not going to do that, mostly because I just don't feel like doing it. I'm just going to stick the transmission in, and we'll just hope for the best. Because in all honesty, I just want to drive it around the block. That's all I want to do. I just want to see the car move under its own power, and then that will motivate me to keep working on it. I know it doesn't make sense, but you know what? Therapy doesn't make sense, and this is therapy. So anyway, I just don't want to keep taking it farther and farther apart, because that's how things just snowball into it never running again, and so whatever. Stupid. Anyway, enough talking. Let's get to work. All right, guys. I guess disappointment level would be a 10, maybe, or for you guys, I guess, because we're going to end the video. I did some preliminary editing, just kind of throwing it all together. It's already kind of long. It's just getting longer the more I do this. So we're going to stop here, and in our next video, we'll pick up with us putting the transmission in and hopefully getting it started and getting it moving under its own power. Sorry. So what's funny is, again, like I said, I just put up the first part 1 video, and a lot of people, oh, it's trash. Yeah, we know it's trash. We know it's garbage. We've gotten into the habit of buying the garbage Mustangs. Anyone can buy a nice one. I say that, but you should always buy the nicest car you can, but whatever. So we got garbage, and we're gonna work on it. So anyway, until next time, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for watching, if you still are. If you're not, you're smarter than us. So until next time, with Substandard Leader and Fox Body Videos, lover of vans, sitting right there. Lover of 4 eyes. Well, this one's got a couple busted ones, but still 4 eye. Lover of POS Mustangs. Crusty. Dirty Pickles sitting in the shop. And Lincolns. We'll see you guys next time.